Everyone, today we'll be testing what actually happens if you put a magnet near a cassette. So as of right now, the blank cassette's already loaded into the cassette deck, and I'm just going to speak into it. This is a test to see what truly happens when a magnet comes into proximity with a audio cassette tape. Bit of a cringe voice line, but let's just listen back to the sample. This is a test to see what truly happens when a magnet comes into proximity with a audio cassette tape. Okay, right. Bit of a cringe voice line to work with, but anyway, so here's the tape. Pretty nice brown color. I don't know if brown's a good thing here or not, but we're just gonna like hover this magnet over the I might just be permanently ruining the tape. I actually don't know to what extent this is gonna ruin it. Alright, so I've exposed it just for a short amount of time. This is a test to see what truly happens when a It almost completely erased the tape. With a audio cassette tape. That's actually insane. Just listen back to that again. It sounded a little bit louder. This is a test to see what truly happens when a magnet comes into proximity with a audio cassette tape. So yeah, if you want to like erase your tape and you want to do it quickly, better just rub a magnet on it. Now that was like right above the tape. Now I'm just gonna see what happens if I rub it along the side of the cassette tape. Because theoretically, if I rub it along the side of the cassette tape, I'm pretty much exposing the entirety of the tape to the magnet, so any noise on this will be affected. But so far it seems like what the noise on and what the magnet is doing is it's erasing the already existing data, because if you don't know the way that a cassette tape works, it essentially is just like magnetic signals that are converted into sound. So theoretically, if you were to rearrange those magnetic signals, you would kind of not get back the audio that you put on it. Alright, let's test it out. Test. It's a Did I just create like tape bleed through? Oh wow. Oh, we need to hear that again. Test. It's a Oh wow. So I pulled the magnetic signal right through the tape. Okay, now here's the next thing I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try slowly winding back the tape while the magnet is on top of it. So theoretically, this is quite just directly exposing the part of the tape that we are already aware. Let me just get a big pen for this. The part of the tape that we're already aware has audio in it. We're just completely wiping it. And of course I'm going to expose it a second time. And maybe a bit past where the audio actually was, just so that I can test if it also will remove that bleed through. Because theoretically that bleed through didn't go through the entire 30 minutes, right? Oh, you know what I should have tested? If that affects side B as well. Alright. That should just completely wipe the tape clean. Or... nothing. One thing I did notice is that now the tape is winding weirdly, like you can see it's sideways, and tape doesn't normally do that. So I'm just gonna try winding it back into its normal position, then winding it back out. But I think that's just a problem with this. Unless I've just completely ruined this tape. Oh no, it's just a problem with the cassette tape itself. Yeah, I have possibly. Let me actually check if it bled through to side B. Because remember, side B had nothing on it. So theoretically, there should be no sound coming from side B. However, we're getting some static. There shouldn't be any sound. Because side B had none. But I'm guessing the magnetic field, because like it randomly rearranged the magnetic tape, we get free sound, I guess. Let me try fast forward. Like you can kind of hear the sounds of people talking. Like I feel like I can hear my voice, but it's just static. So naturally you're bound to hear voices in random noise. But yeah, that is applying a magnet to magnetic tape. It almost entirely wiped the tape clean. Let's try to play it back one last time. That is just clean wiped. Okay, not exactly clean wiped. It is now staticky, but I'm pretty certain if I skip forward or something, because maybe there's still a chance that it bled through. Is there really nothing? Okay, well yeah, that concludes this experiment. Oh wait, you know what's one last thing we should test? If it can still record after that. Because theoretically it should. This is a test to see if the cassette tape will still work after I've exposed both sides of it to a magnet. Moment of truth as to if you can still use your cassette after you've damaged it with a magnet. This is a test to see if the cassette tape will still work after I've exposed both sides of it to a magnet. Okay, it's a little wobbly, but then again, I was being very loud and the microphone on this sucks. But all in all, it does seem like you can still use it as per normal. So yeah, that is the actual conclusion to this experiment. I might experiment more with this in the future. Who knows? Might even use it in a couple of songs. But yeah, that's all from me. My name's Fairy. You can call me Fairy. Follow me on all my socials. Join the Discord. And listen to Tally Hall. And I'll see you next time. I guess I'll see you tomorrow when I release my new EP. Called the At Night EP. So yeah, bye!